Today, I'm going to be repairing a Samsung DV48J7770EP dryer drum belt and idler pulley. I got back from vacation and the dryer stopped working. When I hit start, the drum would not spin. So what do they say to do? They say to open the dryer door and depress the dryer door switch that communicates to the dryer that the door is closed so it can start working. So you press the button and press start. Nothing's happening. The next step is to reset the dryer by unplugging the dryer from the wall. It's 220 voltage, so be careful. You may get shocked. You don't want to get shocked.
Oh, fuck. That doesn't much good.
So that didn't work. So what we're going to do is take it apart. To do that, first we're going to open the lid. All you have to do is pry it up from the front two corners and it should lift open. I had to pull my dryer away from the wall so that the lid could stay open. Now what you see here is the dryer drum and a set of cables. We're going to start by disconnecting the red cable. Press on the red connector and slide it off. This cable is attached to the front face and it'll just slide off, so be careful when we take it off. To take the face off, we're going to remove 3 screws and 1 front faceplate screw. Let's get to removing it. 1, 2, and 3. And there I dropped the screw. Good thing it's not an engine bay. We'll get it later. So now set your screws to the side. I put them on the washer and it fell into the back. So that's that. This screw, there's a little plastic piece. You'll see it over here. That should fall down when you remove it. It's okay, just watch for it and set it to the side. Okay, there it is. Now you should be seeing a dryer belt that runs around a gear and an idler pulley that spins the drum. Mine is missing, so it must have snapped and fell down into the dryer. So now there are these 2 tabs that hold the face in place. You pull back and disconnect the front connector. It slides sideways. And now we'll lift up the dryer face off the 3 metal tabs on the bottom. It lifts at an angle straight up. Set it to the side. There are the 3 tabs, 1, 2, 3, that the dryer face sits on. Now we're going to remove the dryer shroud by removing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 screws. That screws for the dryer vent. This screw is unnecessary, you don't have to remove it. Let's start by removing this clip. Sorry it's out of the camera. And sorry for recording this vertically. I'll switch it to horizontal. Now that we've removed the screws, we're going to lift the shroud up and outwards. There are metal tabs that lock down in place. You'll see it over here. Lift upwards and pull the shroud outwards. Put it to the side. Now we have access to the dryer drum. Just pull the dryer drum out gently. It's very light. As you can see, I'm doing it with one hand. Put it to the side. Now here's our dryer belt that snapped. I ordered a replacement from Amazon. I'll put the picture over here. What I ordered came with the idler pulley as well, so I'm replacing that all at once since I have it open.
Oh, fuck. I just had lunch.
Please remember to unplug your dryer before working on it. Onto the idler pulley. Before we start, be careful of these connections. They may still hold electrical current. Ask me how I know. So now we have to remove this one screw for the idler pulley, and it should come right out. It's attached also by a spring, which we'll reuse. After we've removed the old idler pulley, we'll install the new one. There's a little metal tab over here that'll just insert into the slot, and one screw that will screw in. We don't want to screw it in all the way. We want to leave a little play so that we can attach the spring, and then we'll tighten it up after. I'm just hand tightening it here. The correct orientation of the spring is that the hooked part that faces inwards attaches to the idler pulley, and the hooked part that faces outwards attaches to the metal base of the unit. Here you can see me putting the spring in, hooking it on with the outwards facing hook attaching to the base of the unit, and then the inwards facing hook attaching to the idler pulley. It will be loose right now. That's okay because the belt will lift up the idler pulley and create tension on the spring. Now you can go ahead and tighten up the idler pulley screw. You can use hand tools, which is probably preferred, but I have mine torqued to certain specs so that it doesn't over tighten the bolts. Just to note, you can also replace these rollers. I've already replaced them, but since I have it open, I've lubricated it with white lithium grease. There are 4 rollers, 2 on the front face and 2 on the rear. It's just a clip and a screw. So now it's time to put in the drum and run the dryer belt. The dryer belt will come around the drum, around this pulley, and over the motor gear, and then back around the drum. The pulley will lift up with the tension of the belt, leaving room for the belt to go to the other side of the drum. Here I will show you the orientation of the belt. You want to make sure that the ribbed side of the belt goes on the motor gear, and the smooth side of the belt will go on the idler pulley. Here is the belt coming around the drum. The smooth side will go around the idler pulley, lift it up, and the rib side will go down around the motor gear. And then it will come back around the other side of the drum, wrapping around, creating tension, and this is what will spin your drum. So now all we'll do is wrap our belt around the drum down the middle and lift it up gently and move it into place. As you can see, the belt is coming around the dryer drum, and we're going to put the smooth side around the idler pulley, lift up the idler pulley for tension, and it'll wrap around the motor gear. Remember, smooth side on the idler pulley, rib side on the gear. You should be able to feel the belt set into place. Verify with your fingers that everything is in the correct orientation. Now we're going to put the shroud back on. Remember these tabs? They'll slide into the wider part of the hole and push downwards. You have a little bit of play in the sidewalls, so you can maneuver it as you need to get it in the hole. That's what she said. I found doing one side at a time helped out, but maybe you have skills that I don't have and you can do it all at once. Once it's locked into place, we're going to reinstall the 4 screws for the faceplate and the 1 screw for the dryer vent. This screw is not touched. Give your dryer drum a spin to ensure that it rolls smoothly and is seated correctly. Now that it's spinning correctly, we're going to reconnect this clip. We're going to reconnect this clip on the top to the red connector. Just slides on. Next, you're going to line up your faceplate with the 3 metal tabs at the bottom of the dryer. Then you're going to angle it forward and connect the clip. Next, you're going to push the faceplate forward onto these 2 metal locking tabs until it locks into place. Tighten the top 3 faceplate screws. Finally, we'll be reattaching the faceplate screw to the black clip. You can feel when it's seated correctly. Before closing the lid, we want to route our cables through these cable guides. Put it in and twist. That's what she said. Now we'll go ahead and close the lid and push down firmly on each corner to lock the lid into place. You can go ahead and plug it back into the wall, being careful not to touch any of the metal prongs as it's 220 voltage. Let's go ahead and test it out. The sound of sweet, sweet success. Alright, cool. Now check it out. Dryer's working. Now my woman can get back to work. My wife. Peace. She's gonna kill me.